Hello loves, and welcome back to my channel. I know that I've been a little bit MIA. There's reasons. I will be doing an update soon, but I've been working on basically there's going to be a shop update soon, so I'm working on all the new products and everything, and I had some technical difficulty. It's been a little crazy, but we're back. We will be doing our weekly healing circle live on Monday, so stay tuned for all of the things. And on Saturday we'll be having our weekly community oracle poll as well. Also, do not forget, I'm gonna have it linked down below for the workshop for next month, which is all about intro into spiritual herbalism. We're gonna be talking about a lot of stuff, and we're gonna be focusing a lot on stuff like herbal education, so definitely make sure that you sign up for that workshop. And with that said, we're gonna get started. So we're going to talk about the new moon in Sagittarius. Welcome to Sagittarius season, by the way, okay? So we're going to jump in because this is going to be a super short video because I know this video is late anyway, and I apologize. But so planetary positions, so Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus are all in Sagittarius. So we have a Sagittarius stellium. We have Mars in Gemini in retrograde. We have Jupiter in Pisces, which is stationed direct. We have Saturn in Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus in retrograde, Neptune in Pisces in retrograde, and Pluto in Capricorn. So there's definitely a lot of conjunctions right now. Like the sun is in conjunction with the moon, Mercury, and Venus. And it's the sun is also in a trine with Jupiter and Neptune because they're based, well, not with the trines, but they're all basically in Sagittarius, so they're working together. It's a very seamless time. We're coming out of Scorpio season. The energies feels definitely a little bit lighter. Let's just be honest, okay? It feels a little lighter, but there's also a lot of stuff going on. So the way that the planets are relating, it's very supportive, but at the same time, there are some the energy is still very intense. Once you move from one season into the next season, it still feels very like potent is the word that I'm going to use. It still feels very potent. It still feels like there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of kind of energy building up as well, especially from all of the fire. This is the last fire season of the year, so it's very playful. Sagittarius energy is very playful. It is very explorative. It's very like mind opening. You might be feeling like trying something new. You might be feeling like wanting to do something a little different. You might be feeling like exploring a different kind of avenue. You might be feeling like really like taking a risk. You might be feeling a little bit like we'll see. You might be feeling a little YOLO too. Like, we'll see where it goes. There's definitely the way manifestations are pushing through it as well, because we are under a Jupiter season, okay? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of abundance, luck, opportunity, expansion, knowledge, philosophy, travel. So right now with the Sun trine Jupiter, it's gonna make some of you really sit with yourselves about where you're headed, where you're going, what you want, how you're gonna get there, like really revisiting certain things that you might want to do. The sun being on a trine with Neptune, great for spiritual work, great for also cleansing your emotional energy, which is coming up within the tarot. Okay, it's coming up within the tarot, which we're going to go over. It's really about, you know, sorting our way out. We're coming out of Scorpio season. There was a lot of emotional transformation. There was a lot of emotional push, lots of like healing and cleansing. And it's all about getting like calibrating back to how we're working with our spirituality, looking at our dreams, looking at the messages coming through our dreams, feeling like a little sensitive, but at the same time feeling empowered within your craft as well. So it's a really, really, really powerful time. The moon is also in conjunction with Mercury and Venus, and the moon is also in a trine with Jupiter as well as in a trine with Neptune. There's a great time to sit with your emotional manifestations. Sagittarius season and energies is great for manifestations, period. Just be mindful of intentions, especially verbal intentions. Why? Because Mars is in Gemini in retrograde until January, okay? Your words are spells more than ever. Why? Because Mars is a planet of action, passion, drive, shit that you say out of a heated moment, especially because Sagittarius is a fire sign. Shit that you say out of a heated moment can literally put you in a situation later. Do not put yourself into a situation for no reason. Don't do it. Don't do it. Make sure you're being very mindful of the things that you're speaking, because it could trip you up. It could like open doors to things that you didn't want to open. Don't forget that Sagittarius is also a road opening sign, but so is Gemini. And because Mars is in retrograde in Gemini, it's gonna give Mercury retrograde vibes, and you don't want to like be tripped up because you're like frustrated, or you're like just like ugh, and then you end up just calling in or opening a door that you really didn't want to open in the first place. So just be mindful. I said what I said. Just be mindful. Mercury is in a conjunction with Venus, which is great for mentally really aligning with the things that you want and your pleasure, really focusing on attraction. This is a great time for affirmations. This is a great time to do spell work, like scripting. This is a great time to also do like a fire manifestation. As easy as I obviously practice fire safety. I shouldn't have to say it, but for some reason, you know, you got to say it because people don't be doing it. But whilst practicing fire safety, great time to like pull out your mini cauldron, throw some bay leaves in there for manifestation, write on it. This is a great time to do scripting. This is a great time to do some fire purification. This is a great time to really look at what it is that you want to manifest, but specifically look at which tool you're trying to use, because let's not forget, the magician wields all of the aces, so it can use any elements that it wishes to, but you have to decide what, you know, how you want to approach it. I highly recommend working with the fire element. I highly recommend also working with the air element during this time. It'll just trust me. Just trust me. Mars will be in a trine with Saturn, so this amplifies what I'm saying about like be careful with your words. There can be karmic consequences. There can be like trip ups. There can be like unintentional commitments that you end up having, that you ground yourself in, that you're gonna regret later. So just be very, very mindful. And also be careful with burning yourself out. Make sure you're resting. Make sure that you are, you know, your batteries are recharged. Don't just kind of like do things to do things. Do things with purpose, with intention. Don't do things half-assed during this time. Don't misuse your energy or your power either, because then it could just backfire later. Mars is also going to be in a square with Neptune. And again, Mars is in Gemini, focusing on communication and words, right? Neptune, how it's relating with Mars, this square, they're beefing, they're fighting. Be mindful of the things that you unintentionally manifest during this time. Sagittarius season is a great time for manifestation, but because of the retrogrades and because of like the transits right now, it can put you in a not sweet spot. So just make sure you don't trip yourself up in that way. Set yourself up for success, spiritual success in everything. Don't just do things carelessly during this time, especially for this new moon. You just don't do it. Jupiter will be in a conjunction with Neptune, and Saturn is still in a square with Uranus. Okay, so Jupiter being in conjunction with Neptune is amazing for, again, spiritual manifestations, because Jupiter is also in Pisces. As it's coming out of like this retrograde period, and it eventually is going to move back into Aries, but as is in Pisces, is a great time to do a spiritual bath, just to cleanse your energies, reset, to go on this brand new journey. So I highly recommend also working with the water element to just really release anything that any debris from Scorpio season that left over, especially with the way all the cups are coming up in this reading, because there's certain things that are still lingering. There's certain things that also will be triggered during this time. There's some miscommunications and some arguments. There's some misunderstandings. And this is what I'm saying. Just be mindful about that Mars in Gemini energy, because it can trip you up. It can kind of make you say something that you will regret later. And then it's like, oh, but I didn't mean it. I didn't, but Abby, that's not what I was trying to get to. But that's where you got, because that's the door you opened. So you got to be very mindful with, how you're speaking, how the things that you're saying. we also have these two cards right here. We have the Crow, help with the unexpected. Okay. And we have the Macaw, express yourself colorfully. I feel like some people are gonna get cursed out for some reason under this new moon. I just have a feeling. But just focus on you. Focus on just kind of doing something for you, with something for your self-care, doing something for your growth, doing something for you. Really focus on that. Especially with the help with the unexpected, it's time to really direct the focus, especially if you've been wanting a breakthrough in something. Focus your energy on that. Focus your energy on manifesting that. Focus on your energy on working with spirit with that, instead of like feeding your energy and your fire and your passion to unnecessary drama. I said what I said. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful day. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Also, thank you for, I believe we reached 4,000 followers, subscribers on here. So thank you. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And there will be more videos to come. I promise. Have a wonderful day.